The story about a ghost testing the waters.
It was a dark and stormy New Year's Eve, the kind of night that made you want to curl up with a good book and a cup of hot cocoa. But for one ghost, it was the perfect opportunity to test the waters. As the clock struck midnight, the ghost emerged from the shadows, its translucent form barely visible in the dim light. It drifted through the streets, drawn towards the sound of revelry and celebration. As it approached a crowded party, the ghost hesitated. It had never ventured into the living world before, and it was unsure of how it would be received. But it was drawn to the warmth and light of the celebration, and it couldn't resist the temptation to see what all the fuss was about. So, tentatively, the ghost drifted through the door and into the party. At first, no one seemed to notice its presence, and the ghost breathed a sigh of relief. It had always been a bit of a loner, and it was nervous about making a social blunder. But as the night wore on, the ghost began to feel more at ease. It discovered that it could interact with the living, albeit in a somewhat limited way. It could move objects, make small noises, and even play pranks on the unsuspecting partygoers. As the ghost reveled in its newfound freedom, it began to wonder why it had been so afraid. It had always assumed that the living would be hostile towards it, but instead it had found acceptance and even enjoyment. As the party wound down and the guests began to stumble home, the ghost knew that it had found its place in the world. It would return to the shadows, but it would do so with a newfound confidence and a desire to explore the living world further. So, on that scary New Year's Eve, the ghost tested the waters and discovered a whole new world of possibilities.
If you like our horror and scary videos, please subscribe my channel.